Welcome in everyone that is a part of our soul family. Specifically, that is who the welcome is for. Our soul family. Those of you who have no idea you are our soul family yet. One that is a part of our soul family. All right, just doing a sound check. Um, excuse me. All right. This is going to be a very quick video. All right, very quick video. Um, Okay, sorry. I saw something on the screen and got distracted. Um, so if you're new here, I am Mahania Jeanette, and this channel is Manifest with Mo. I am Mo, as I said, Mahania Jeanette, and here we talk about all things manifesting because everything you see, you, me, we are all a manifestation of the mind of the Most High because we were first a thought in the mind of the Most High before we materialized into matter. So therefore, it is always, always, all right, mind over matter. We have the power to manipulate matter. I want that to sink in. We have the power, the mental power, to manipulate matter. Something that I'm gonna be vulnerable here. And something that stands out to me a lot is people who are close to me um and know the way that I eat. A lot of times they'll say, wow, like you really don't eat that much, or they'll say like, dang, how do you show so much restraint? um how do you how like um my brother is like fit, right? And he can put away some plates, all right? um and so I had to really evaluate what's going on with me. I'm still working on this, but the main thing is that it is mental. As far as having it in my head, growing up, hearing people say, hearing people say, um, like, eating certain things will cause you to gain weight, or if I eat this, I'm gonna gain a pound, and whatever else, and taking that to heart. I'm not saying I eat super healthy there, but if I, for example, have some candy, like say some Sour Patch Kids, right? A bag of Sour Patch Kids or something like that. That bag will last me like 2 months. So it literally be where maybe if I'm gonna grab for something sweet while I'm on this journey of weaning myself off of those things because I know they're not any good for me, maybe I'll grab like literally 5 of those things out per week, right? So what I noticed was because of how I eat, I noticed that something else had to be going on because why am I like losing weight so slowly? Why am I even this size? And I realized that it's mental. And so once I realized that it's mental, um, I began losing weight, right? But then I lost focus on remembering that it is mental. Um, there's other things like we've talked about this that I've had surgeries that may have that possibly affect um the rapid weight gain, PCOS, right? Insulin resistance. There's other things, right? But Judging by the way that I eat and what I consume on a daily basis, you would think that I would be much smaller than I am. So, another thing is stress. Some people lose weight, some people gain weight. Um, that's a whole nother video though, right? We'll talk. The point is getting control of it mentally. And so it, a lot of people who eat, like some people eat whatever they want and they don't gain a pound, or they gain it and it goes to all the right places, right? Because mentally they're unbothered by it. And so their mind causes what they desire to materialize, the form, the shape of them, to materialize in a desired state. Whereas, with, sorry, I thought I just gave my wrong set of keys. Whereas people who focus on it and hyper focus on it and stress about it, it causes them to have an undesired result that materializes. So that was a complete sidebar, but I just want to talk about actually physically manifesting things within your body and to go on with your body, right? Um we could keep going on and on about this, and we could actually break this down more in a separate video, and make a specific video about materializing physical characteristics of your body and physical healing of the body. I do want to give you a good technique. I don't really want to call it a technique. Like, it's just like one of the most natural things for us to do, but we don't know this because we've been pulled so far from our natural state, many of us, right? But it's just a simple and just sending that frequency through your body is miraculous. It is miraculous, the healing that you will experience. And we can do that in another video as well. But what I really, really want you to take away from today, though, is the mental power that you have. And the majority of us don't realize this, won't use it, so, or not won't use it, but can't access that particular part of the mind, right? Where, because it's beyond the brain, it's the mind, which is a part of the, what I want to say, it's your spiritual, it's your access to the spiritual realm, right? Your access to the all that there is. And so, giving this information, you would think that there's like a lot of people that will get the information and would use it in certain ways, right? And that is where I have to say it's a good thing that a lot of people are oblivious to the fact that we create our own reality. There's people who will come to this video right now, and I'm going to sound like the Charlie Brown teacher or any adults in the Charlie Brown to them, like just that want, right? My voice is going to annoy them. Maybe my face is going to annoy them. The video isn't aesthetic enough, something where they're going to be turned off. And why is that? Because we are not on the same frequency. We don't vibrate the same. So, those of us who vibrate on the same frequency are able to channel to tune into the channel of this message and able to ride that vibration of this message to receive the message. So therefore, safe, right? Because those of us who are on this vibration is a vibration of pure love, unconditional love. And what does unconditional love mean? It means loving someone no matter their faults, loving someone through the rough times, loving someone for who they are. Um, that's something that it takes a real heart from the heart space, not the one that pumps the our blood through our bodies, right? But our heart chakra. It's when you love from the heart chakra and you really, really have such a deep love and understanding for others that you're able to love no matter the circumstance. You're able to love. And sometimes unconditional love can hurt because you may be disappointed by the person or the people, disappointed in the way that they're treating you, the things that they say to you, the things that they're doing to themselves that may be causing harm, but you continue to love them through that. For example, um, we received a phone call a couple of weeks ago. Someone said that my cousin was dead. And so, um, long story short, right? I mean, I began to cry. Like, I was just so hurt because this is my baby. You know, she's an adult, but this is still my baby because I'm about, I don't know, I'm 7 years older than her, right? So this is my little baby. And long story short though, she, thank God, she is alive. All right. But she was at the hospital and I got up and I rushed there to see her, and without judgment, just all love. That's unconditional love because she's living the life that she chose to live. But guess what? It doesn't change the way that I feel about her. I love her and I see who she is through everything that she's going through. I see who she is. And so why I'm saying this is because these are the type of people that we attract here on Manifest with Mo. When I say we, I'm talking about my team, right? My spiritual team, my family, the people who contribute to Manifest with Mo. Because I know that there's a lot of pronouns. So mine's are her, mine's are she. So when I say we, I want to make that clear that I'm talking about my team who help with um, keeping Manifest with Mo going. So I just wanted to clarify that. So okay, moving on. If I know there's a lot of sidebar conversations, but that is because I'm being guided to give this information. And so when I give this information that's not on the topic that the video is titled or that the video started off on, is because this information is for somebody and it came directly from the source for you. So when you are told to give a message, be obedient and give that message. Don't worry about what other people think about it. You have to go forth and give the message because this is the message that you were chosen to give. Do that with great honor and respect, and give that message. So, back to creating your own reality, manifesting your desires, and changing it to what you desire to look like. Because you can turn it around. Just about an hour ago, I just felt so sick. Like, I couldn't even describe the feeling. Like, I was lethargic. I don't know. I don't know what was going on. And I did a simple I just let that go through my body, right? Sent my own my own voice, my own frequency, because I am that I am. And I began to feel better. I began to feel better. And so I was reminded when that happened to bring this video to you, this message to you about changing the circumstance when you're right, when you're in it, when you're in the thick of it. You have the power to switch it. You have the power to choose from the multiverse. The multiverse is simply a multiple reality, or multiple realities that you get to choose from. Multiple realities that you get to choose from. All right? I was watching, who was that I was watching? I think it was oh man, is it called The Maverick Way? And Unc 607. Um and so Maverick, Unc 607, and Devon, if I'm not mistaken. And so the information, I couldn't believe it. And then and within the video, I think Maverick said it or Devon said it, that basically if Michael Jackson got a message or got a download and didn't act on that, then Prince will get it. And so as I'm watching the video, it's so much information. I'm like, oh my goodness, I received that download. I took the notes down and I forgot to give my people the message. And so I'm hearing so much of what the download was I received being spoken in this video. And so it also reminded me, I would have to go back and rewatch it again. Possibly to be reminded of what it was. But I know I told y'all this video was going to be short, and it is at 17 minutes right now. So we're going to roll on. Something is in my eye. Okay. But oh, that's what it was. Mavericks, or somebody, I think it was Maverick, said to test drive. He tell people if you want a particular car to test drive it first. Now, y'all already know, if you've been here, I don't know how many times I've told y'all about me test driving Dreamy. So, well, it wasn't Dreamy. It was another Jeep. Because Marie said, you really want the Jeep? Let's go test drive it. I'm going to take you to test drive it. And so you could get the feeling of it. And to be sure it's really what you want. Test drive it. And so that's what I did. And I didn't make a move right then and there because it was Mercury retrograde. And it was a lot of energy going on. It was Mercury retrograde. It was a blue moon that night. It was a lot of energy going on. I'm not saying don't make a move on the blue moon, but it was Mercury retrograde and it was amplified. So I didn't make a move on it, but that was October 30th. December 4th, I was driving home in Drinkney. So only about a month and a few days later. But the whole time I was choosing. I wasn't just going to take anyone that they gave me. I was choosing. I was selecting what features, what color, what you call it? Trim. I believe that's what it, yeah. So all of those things, right? And so, but I envisioned it first. I envisioned it. I felt myself driving before I ever drove it, right? I felt myself being a mom before I was ever a mom. Biologically, I have little cousins and nieces and nephews who I've been a second mom to. But I I felt myself being a mom, and my sister helped me greatly with that by allowing me to be in my niece's life to the point where it's always been as always as she has two moms. Like, I know who I am. I know I'm TT. I know I'm Auntie. I know I'm her mom's sister. But being that close with my sister is like it's no way possible for me not to be a second mom to all of her girls. So, um I have, I was able to feel what it is like and bring this into my reality because we were given this power to do so. There's a lot of times where we have been stripped of our power. And a lot of times our power has been laying docile, our power has been laying dormant from birth because of the indoctrination that our parents received and their parents received and their parents received. Right? On back to the first ones who were stripped or their powers was forced to go dormant. I believe that I don't know if I talked about this in the video before, but it played back in my head of going to church and um people saying to be crucified with Christ, to pick up your cross and be crucified with Christ, to bear those burdens, right? We have to think about what the burdens of the Christ are. Who is the Christ? What is the Christ? What is that energy? What is that spirit? What is that power? We have to really dig deep to realize what really what we're really talking about and what we're really dealing with. And how when you crucify that, then you're constantly suppressing your kundalini energy so that it may not rise again. Like, I hope you're really getting this, right? He has risen. We have to think about all of this, and we think about when we see the cross, right, and we see the Christ arms stretched out, the barrier, because that's what it, or the a finish line to cross, but you're not finished. But it's just in that particular race. There's a lot of races, right, and there's a lot of journeys. But coming through that particular tunnel, that light at the end is the Kundalini rising and awakening. When that Kundalini energy reaches that 33rd vertebrae, right, and crosses that point for you to then become in a Christ-like state, in a Christ-like mindset. And I know that can be a lot for some people. That can be overwhelming some people. But I promise you we're going to take it slow. And we'll do separate videos and we'll break it down. What does all this have to do with manifesting and creating your own reality? Everything. Absolutely everything. Because everything you're taught, everything you're told, everything you're shown, everything you're given by those outside of yourself, outside of your family, ultimately, not ultimately, but y'all get what I'm saying. It's 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 in order to keep you. Bree and I were talking about this yesterday. In a comfortable prison, so that you won't want to get in contact with your true self. Some people, I'm going to say again, I'm going to reiterate this. Some people need to be in that comfortable prison because we're light and love, but there's way more. Just because you're on a higher frequency doesn't mean you're light and love. I want to say that again. Just because you're on a higher frequency doesn't mean you're light and love. You have to be on the same vibration to match, right? But there could still be static in between the channels and friction to cause static within the channels. And so it is imperative that you realize that you protect yourself, that you call in your spiritual team, that you connect with them. I was watching both the Troll movies last night. Troll 2 just came out on Netflix, and I was watching Troll 2. I also went to the movies today. Maurice and I took our children to the movies today, and we watched Zootopia 2. And what I found very similar in both was that they used the natural elements to destroy the trolls. And I won't give away Zootopia. I don't want to give away too much because you might watch it. Go watch it. Go watch it. And we'll come back and we'll talk about it. But what I'm going to say, though, is how what can I say without giving it away? I'll put it this way. Let's talk about some real life things. How sigils are written. How many of you have gone up in a prayer line and a sigil has been put on your forehead? What is a sigil? A marking that means something. So how many times has a sigil in the shape of a cross with blessed oil been put on your forehead? But if I told you I have oil or moon water, matter of fact, when it's the full moon, um, December 4th. Okay, so today's the 2nd, so we're going to have to come back and talk about this full moon. Now, I tell you how to make moon water, right? Someone may see that and they're going to say it's witchcraft, it's demonic. What is the difference? What is the difference, though? Because I want you to see how you're being indoctrinated and brainwashed and programmed. We'll get deep into this another time. All right, because I have to wrap this video up, and I know it's so much stuff is coming up right now and coming to me right now. The point is that so many of us have been tricked so that so many people can use our creative energy in order to create the reality that they desire to see. I tell you this like in every video. Use your creative energy by putting imagery, propaganda, in front of you that a lot of you believe, and because you believe it as a collective, that creative power is now used to bring that into your reality. You give millions of people something to focus on that has, and they focus on it, and they accept it. It has no choice but to manifest, because that's the way it works. So, what are you going to do in your life right now in order to ensure your happiness, in order to ensure your comfort, in order to ensure your success, in order to ensure that you receive the desires of your heart? Simply feel it. Simply feel it. Because feeling is truly the secret. Feeling is the language of the universe. Is feeling. The communication of the universe is feeling. Because we're so far removed from our natural state, we talk, we speak, we communicate verbally. We pronounce words. We put sounds together in a rhythmic way and form and flow, so that it makes words, and then we teach the words to each other by constant communication and dictionaries with definitions, so that we can express our thoughts, our ideas, but ultimately how we feel. So, if you desire to be loved, feel loved. It starts with you. If you desire for your bills to be paid, feel, how does that feel? Satisfying. Awesome. Whew, relief. If you desire to be healed, how does it feel to take a walk and feel the warm sun? And you're able to do that with ease, with each stride. You just feel better and better, more powerful, more just healed, whole, healthy, happy, joyful, grateful. The feeling is the secret. So feel what it is that you desire, because that is how you bring it into your life. It has worked for me every time that I have truly felt it and brought it into my reality. There are times where I thought I felt it and I didn't, because it didn't manifest. And when I compare the experiences, that's why I tell y'all to get y'all a notebook. It don't have to be huge. I have a notebook right here. This is actually a commonplace notebook. If you want to know more about notebooks and things that I use of that nature and how I use them, then come on over to Mahania Shanette, the Extra Planner, and check us out over there. But this one is just a small notebook, right? But I'm able to write down certain things. When I did this or did that, it made me feel this or that, and we're scientists collecting data, experimenting. This is all an experiment. We're figuring out how we work. We're experimenting. I focused on this for 3 minutes straight, and it came to me, or maybe it didn't. What did I really feel it? Did I really? All those things, write those things down so that you can master manifesting. Write those things down. Some of us enjoy the act of, or the process of manifesting or getting something. It's more satisfying than when you actually get what it is, because you enjoy the anticipation of it, and once you get it, it's kind of like, oh, like you're over it already. So some people will continue to just work on manifesting because that's where their joy is. All right, so 35 minutes in, so we're gonna go ahead and end this video here. I love you all so, so much. Thank you to everybody who joined in. And I have to feel this energy out for this full moon, feel and see what I'm telling you, I have been feeling tired, very, very tired. And a lot of people have been saying that as soon as the time went back, like they just, yeah. So it's just a lot going on right now in the atmosphere, a lot. But we'll talk about it. So yeah, I need to get that moon reading up for you. If it's not up this evening, then I'll do a live stream tomorrow if I don't get it done this evening. Yeah. All right. So I will talk to y'all soon.